Did you know that Toy Story 2 has 2 stories in it?
Like an A story and a B story?
Yes. It is not called Toy Story 2 for nothing.
Oh, yeah, good point.
And do you remember what both of those two perpendicular Toy Stories were?
Well, one is rescuing Woody, right?
Yes.
And the other is Rex wants to beat Zurg.
That is correct.
Right, he's playing a video game at the beginning.
Oh, no!
Oh, you almost had him.
I'm never gonna defeat Zurg!
Sure you will, Rex. In fact, you're a better Buzz than I am.
An actual 3D Zurg.
And Buzz.
And Buzz, new Buzz with the new utility belt.
Yes.
Are at the toy store, and they get into the story, right?
Yes. Yeah, that must have been amazing and exciting and scary for Rex and we Toy Story viewers to see another Buzz and Zurg from the video game follow for the first Buzz and Rex back from Al's toy barn.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny though, like when Zurg took such a long time to get out of his box that when he started chasing after the first Buzz already had a 20-second head start before Zurg started moving and repeating, "Destroy Buzz Lightyear, destroy Buzz Lightyear, destroy Buzz Lightyear." Like there's a wide shot where you can see how far away Buzz is when Zurg starts chasing after him.
Yeah, he had a real advantage, thankfully.
Yeah, so in the first Toy Story of Toy Story 2, when Woody hears about Jesse's sad backstory with Emily losing interest in her and giving her away, that makes Woody wonder how long will Andy also care about playing with Woody before he grows up, which is why Woody wants to go to Mr. Kinishi's toy museum with Jesse, Bullseye, and Stinky Pete after the cleaner fixes his arm.
Right. So sad.
But Woody decides, but then first Buzz Lightyear helps Woody reconsider, and Woody realizes that he should enjoy being played with by Andy while it lasts.
Exactly. His purpose is to be played with, not to be in a museum being looked at, nothing else.
And from Woody's point of view, he's also, and from our point of view as viewers, Woody in a way is also sort of intended to be a surrogate father figure for Andy because he only has his mom and not his dad.
Right. Absolutely. And skip ahead if you don't want spoilers. They do address the Andy outgrowing him in a later Toy Story movie.
That's right. That's what happens in Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
And what else there? Oh yes. But yeah. Also, when Frostbusters Stinky Pete talks about Woody's Roundup being canceled before it could air the final episode, Woody's Finest Hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what a shame.
I like how that part of the story cleverly went with Poons, like how, the big cultural shift from Western shows being popular to sci-fi shows being popular from during the 1950s and the 1960s.
Yeah.
One decade, Bonanza and Gunsmoke are popular Western shows to watch. The next decade, Lost in Space and Star Trek are popular science fiction shows to watch.
Once the astronauts went up, children only wanted to play with space toys.
I know how that feels.
Yeah, that's already started that when they introduced Buzz Lightyear in the first movie, right? Woody
Exactly.
Buzz. And then they continued that, explored that more in Toy Story 2.
That's right. Yeah, the Stinky Pete says once the astronauts went up, children only wanted to play with space toys, and then he later admits he's always hated space toys for making Western toys less popular.
I know. Who pointed out that Stinky Pete being mint in box means nobody ever played with him?
Say hello to the prospector!
It's a box.
He's mint in the box. Never been opened.
It's like for a museum, it's a point of pride, but for actually being a toy and being played with, it's not.
That's right. And when we see clips of Woody's Roundup, it's also hinted that nobody wanted to buy Stinky Pete because he was depicted as an annoying, dumb, useless comic relief.
Yeah.
And that's what made Stinky Pete against other toys who have been bought and played with when he never did. I also really like the B story with Buzz and Rex that most people reviewing this film probably do not talk about. It really helps give Toy Story 2 a lot of variety when where Rex has another storyline going on, when Buzz and Rex have another storyline going on during their stage Woody. Rex wants to defeat Buzz Lightyear. Rex wants to defeat Zurg, and the other Buzz Lightyear from that video game at the beginning of the story also messes with the first Buzz Lightyear.
Mm-hmm.
But he eventually catches up with them by hanging onto the bottom of the elevator.
Yeah.
And then,
Clever and risky.
yes. And then when the elevator comes up, the second bus starts fighting Zurg on top of the elevator, whereas Buzz, Slinky, Ham, and Mr. Potato Head go to the original he has to try and catch Woody. So whereas Rex's attention is focused on the second Buzz Lightyear fighting Zurg.
Come on! Hurry!
But Buzz is in peril!
And then Rex finally accidentally defeats Zurg for real by knocking Zurg into the elevator shaft with his tail.
Yeah.
But then Zurg survived, and he started playing catch with the second Buzz, and started to lighten up.
Yeah. It's like that fall reset him.
Oh yeah, wait, how did I think of that?
Yeah, he's able to be a dad figure,
That's right.
right? Because dads play catch with their sons.
Right. Yeah. The second Buzz said, "I'm going to kill your father," and then Zurg said, "No, Buzz, I am your father."
Yeah.
But he started getting along after Rex beat Zurg.
Actually being like a father and son. Yeah.
That was nice. That was very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, Rex has always been one of my most favorite secondary Toy Story characters, so that's why I like seeing Rex get more spotlight in Toy Story 2 and in the Toy Story Toon short film Partysaurus Rex.
Yeah, me too.
And I also liked how Toy Story 3. I think they also have multiple stories in it because they also have multiple Toy Stories in it because and this is like the main storyline with the Andy's toys breaking out of Sunnyside Daycare and escaping Lotso. There's also the Resident subplot with Molly's Barbie doll falling in love with Ken, who was working for Lotso, but then Barbie taught Ken that Sunnyside would be cool and groovy if we just treat each other fair.
Yeah.
Because authorities should drive from the consent of the government, not from the threat of force.
Mm-hmm.